All right, hello. In this video, we are going to be working on loops more, and specifically, we're going to be doing a monster program. In past years, this has been one of students' favorite programs, actually, that they do, and they've taken it and enhanced it and gone wild with it and had a lot of fun. So, uh, yeah, before we do that, if you want to try this warm up quick, and then we'll dive into that program. Okay, so usually what I do on these questions is I think about what this loop is going to be for I, because usually you can tell right just from this part. So I starts at 0 and increases by 1, 8, 9, 10, and it does go all the way to 10 because we're less than or equal to 10, so it goes all the way to 10. And then what it's going to do is it's going to print 2 to that power. So basically this is going to print out our powers of 2. So 2 to the 0 power is 1, 2 squared, sorry, 2 to the first is 2, 2 squared is 4, 8, 16, 32, blah, 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 blah. So there should be 11 of these, I think, 0 to 10. So 128, 256, I'm just doubling them each time. 1012. Then I think the last one would be, let's see, it would be 24. I think that's right. I think I might have messed it up there long. Oh, I forgot one here. This one should be 512. Ah, and then this should be 1024. Okay, that looks right. And if we could test it, we do 2 to the 10th to make sure that's right. But basically, that's the idea. Okay, let's get on with this monster program then. So here's the description of it. And it's basically like if you've ever played an RPG game, role-playing game. All right, so basically you're gonna be fighting a monster, and you can kind of modify this. This says both of them start with 50 hit points, and then they can either like run away or attack. And if they keep attacking, then you do random damage, and the monster does random damage. All right, and then the game ends um, once either one runs out of health, or if they choose to run. All right, so yeah, that's the basic plan. And you can obviously change it. In past years, kids made spells and health potions and all sorts of different things. But this is the basic one. All right, basic idea, basic premise. So before we get into this too much, I think we should sketch a plan a little bit. So oftentimes when I do this, I think about like what variables I need, what data am I going to have, then what kind of like loops or ifs, right? Or the other pieces, basically these other pieces needed. All right, so I would try and map some of that out first before we start banging away too much on the code. All right, so maybe pause the video and see if you can brainstorm some ideas here. All right, so we're gonna need some ints that are like the player's health. We're gonna need one that is the monster's health. Okay, I think we're also gonna have an int that tracks their choice. All right, whether they want to choose to fight or run. Okay, I think what else? We're gonna have damage, right? And I don't know if we need to track the damage, but we have like the damage the monster does and the player does, which I guess I'd put more over here. So we're gonna need math.random to do the random damage. Right, we're gonna need that. We also gonna need a while loop, right? And I think this is actually one of the hardest conditions because we want to keep going while both of them still have health and they haven't chose to run away. So this is going to be a pretty complex while statement. It's actually maybe the hardest part of this program. And then what else we're going to need? We're going to need if based on their choice, right? If they're choosing to fight or run. We'll have to do different things based on that. Yeah, that's I guess the basic building blocks of it. To give you a little more help with it, here's kind of what it looks like, right? We kind of have like a print menu of what you want to fight or run, and obviously you could add things to that like spells and things like that. Then it just displays their health each time, and then it chooses what they want to do. So it's just displaying the health and asking them, do you want to fight or run? until one person dies or whatever. In this case, you died, so it says you were killed. Bring a bigger sword next time. Okay, so at this point, load up Eclipse, make a new one called like Monster Game or something like that, and see what you can do. Right, I would bang around and play with this a little bit, give it a shot before watching the video. I'd say the biggest thing is this while, like how do you get the while set up right? Yeah, so pause the video, give it a shot. Okay, so I got my class set up here. I just realized one of the variables I was missing is a major one is scanner. So I'm going to need a scanner to scan whatever the user enters for their choices. Okay, so I'm going to set up some variables here at the top. So I'm going to do this right away. I'm going to do int player health, set it to 50 or whatever you want, int monster health. You could, make the monster have less health if you want to attack multiple monsters or something like that. Let's see, so I'm going to do an int choice, and I'm just going to set that to like -1 or something. I'll talk about that maybe more a little bit. I'm not sure how that's going to work quite yet. Let's build the scanner. I'm going to import it at the top there. Okay, so now I'm going to start to build my while loop. So this is where it gets really tricky. Like, what do I want to do for a condition? I want to keep playing while whatever is true. Okay, and so basically while the player has health, so it's greater than 0, and the monster has health, greater than 0, and their choice equal, right? And you could have choice, I guess, be a word or a number. The way I set this up, because sometimes they type like lowercase fight or run, so I don't know, you could do it with a string if you want, but I'm going to do numbers, and I'm going to have fight be 1 and run be 2. Okay, and so what I usually do sometimes is, so you can do wild choice equals fight, which is, what was that, 1, right? So it kind of looks goofy to say choice equal 1, right? Because what does that even mean? What does 1 mean? I have to look back here all the time. 1 is fight, 2 is run. So a good trick they use is, what they'll do is they'll do like what's called like a final int, like this. And final just means it can't change. So run 2 and fight 1. Okay, so basically and they usually use all caps like this to represent final variables, or constant variables, sometimes they call them. So basically this will look better. It'll say basically while player health is greater than 0 and monster health greater than 0 and their choice is to fight or not run. I guess I could do not run, maybe better if I want to add spells and stuff later. Okay, so while those things are true and they haven't chose to run, then I want to basically I want to do random damage. Okay, so let's do that part first. So actually, now I'm getting a little tripped up because I want them to choose first, right? So let me see. Yeah, let's do this. I think we can do this. Let's display the menu here. I'm just trying to think this through. So let's ask them, what do you want to fight or run? And this might not work. I might have to modify this, but we'll give it a shot here. And then I'm going to display my little menu. So I'm going to say 1 is fight and 2 is run. All right, and then I'm going to scan it. So now I'm going to have the choice variable scan to be whatever it is. So I'm going to do scan dot next int. Okay, so now I've got their choice. Okay, and now I'm going to do my if. So I'm going to do if choice equals fight. So if they decided to do fight, I'm going to do random damage. Okay, and then I'm going to do else if choice equals run. So I'm going to do something if they chose to run. So let's say, Wimp, you will never get the princess. Because that's the point of every video game, as far as I can tell. Okay. Let's just see. So if they chose to fight, do random damage, then I think we'd also want to display what their current damage is, or current health is, right? So that when it comes back to the loop the next time, they'll know what their health is. So both have to do random damage and display health remaining. Okay, so let's do the random damage. So basically I'm going to do int player damage. No, I guess, yeah, player. Let's just do damage. Let's just do random damage, and let's do math.random times whatever you want to do. So the direction said 25. Okay, and that's actually a double. So let's do that. So remember, math.random returns 0 to 0.99999. So this will return 0 to 24.99999. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it into an int. So take the damage, turn it into an int. So that would be 0 to 24. All right, and then maybe I'll just do 0 to 24. Maybe they'll do no damage or whatever. So maybe I could even give them some feedback here. So we could say monster does damage of plus the damage. Your health is. So now I actually have to take away the health. So let's do this. So we'll do player health equals whatever it used to be minus the new damage. Okay, and then we'll display the player health. Oh, so I have to do not dam, I have to do damage int here, sorry, the integer value. Okay, so now the player has lost their health. Okay, and then I basically have to do the same thing for the monster. So the monster did that damage and we lost it from the player. So I'm going to use the same two damage variables here. So I'm just going to overwrite them. So I'm going to do a new set of damage, turn it into an int, and then I'm going to say player is doing the damage of this, and now I'm going to update the monster's health because the player is attacking them. So we'll do monster health equals monster health, whatever it used to be, minus the damage, and then we're going to say monster's health is, and then just display the monster's health value. Okay. Oops, and so I should do random damage, display what's remaining. So we did those two things. I guess I kind of did it all together here. Okay. So I think I'll have to probably do another video because I'm running out of time here. So this is the start of it, and then should probably run it and see if it's working, and then start to maybe modify it. Because the order of the statement sometimes gets weird, and we also have to do there's nothing here to say who won the game yet. We don't have any if for that, so we'll have to do that in the next video. All right, thanks for watching.